Hello everybody, Michael Tracy here, TYT. I hope you can hear me okay. I am somewhere in San Diego County right now. I think it's unincorporated San Diego County. You can see some nice hills and mountains in the background, so that's where I'm at. We just got done shooting a video at the town hall that was held in Ramona, California this morning by Congressman Duncan Hunter of California. He's a Republican. He's somebody who constituents have been agitating hold a town hall for a long time now. And hello, I can see you popping up on my screen now. So hello everybody commenting. This is my first live streaming YouTube video of this sort, so bear with me, I guess. But the town hall was pretty interesting. We, meaning myself and my cameraman, didn't actually get in because they arbitrarily cut short the number of attendees at 300. And we found out when we did some digging that the owner of the establishment where this was held, it was called the Ramona Main Stage. And actually, Ramona, California is pretty nice. I mean, it's sort of out in the frontier of San Diego County, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. The town hall was Congressman Duncan Hunter of California, who is, I believe it's is it the 3rd district? Don't hold me to that. I can't remember which district he represents, but you can look that up really easily. So we were, my cameraman and I were going to go and cover the crowd, cover the demonstrations, cover the pro and con side of it. This was a very conservative part of San Diego County, so there were a lot of Trump supporters there. There were Tea Party people there. It wasn't uniformly liberal or anti-Republican or anti-Trump, as a lot of these town halls have tended to be lately. There actually was a conservative sort of counter presence there, so that was actually pretty interesting. So we were there, and apparently even people who showed up 2 hours early could not get into this town hall because the venue had a maximum capacity of 300 people. Excuse me. And ordinarily it held 450. So we spoke to staff who helped run this establishment and police, and they told us that due to safety concerns, including terrorism, this is what the San Diego sheriff told us, and because of concerns related to terrorism, literally, and this sounds like a joke, but it's not, because of terrorism-related concerns, they decided to reduce the number of people who could attend the town hall from mid-400s to approximately 300, and that included media. So, of course, there are going to be some media there, and so that means that fewer than 300 people who are constituents could attend this thing. And I don't happen to be Jewish. I'm often mistaken for being Jewish, and I wouldn't mind being Jewish at all. But thanks for that stupid comment. Anyway. So because of terrorism, and like the sheriff literally told us this, he cited terrorism, okay? I mean, that'll be on video when our thing comes out. Because of terrorism, 150 people couldn't go to this town hall event. But another interesting aspect of the event was a lot of people from Ramona who had lived there for decades were telling me that they had never seen an event of such magnitude in Ramona in their entire lives. So, people were filling up the main street. People were chanting and demonstrating and being raucous, and it was just, an outdoor political event, and they hadn't seen anything like it ever before in Ramona. And Ramona is pretty far out. I mean, you have to drive through some kind of winding country roads to get there. I enjoyed doing that, but it was sort of an encumbrance for people who live elsewhere in the district to get there. But the point is that it was pretty interesting because town hall events are usually pretty sleepy, and only the most diehard political junkies tend to go to these things. But this particular one this morning was completely packed, and the locals were shocked because people they don't recognize or the concept of there being sort of a well-attended and action-packed political event in their town is sort of foreign to them. So that was pretty interesting. What they had us do was, and you might have seen this on the TYT Facebook page, because most of it was live streamed on the Facebook page. I don't know why we can't also have it on the YouTube channel live streamed. I'm going to look into that, because I know a lot of people go primarily to YouTube to get their content or whatever. So if you happen to have been on the TYT Facebook page, you would have been able to see some live streaming. In addition to the interviews that we did and so forth, I encountered a lot of interesting dogs. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that part of my hard-hitting investigative reporting is to find interesting dogs and take photos of them. So I did that, and they were on video. Another thing that was a big theme, and I know a lot of people are annoyed that I keep bringing this up, but I'm going to keep bringing, if it's evident to me that it's an issue that merits concern, I'm going to continue bringing it up. Probably the number one issue being discussed was Russia, among the constituents who were there, among the protesters, among the indivisible groups. My Twitter address is mtracey, MTRACEY, one word. And then you can find some of the dog pics there. People were stopping me and to rant about Russia, calling for investigations. And it's just like, at a certain point, you have to recognize that the paranoia that's being sown here has destructive ramifications. It is creating sort of an instinct in elements of the Democratic Party base that lends itself to conspiracy theorizing, which lends itself to just sort of a reductive view of the political circumstances that we're in the midst of. So that's troubling to me, and if I see that constantly on display at these town hall meetings, where there's a big presence of Indivisible, there's a big presence with these resistance groups, then I'm going to call attention to it. I mean, I had a guy literally waving around a hammer and sickle poster with Trump, Make America Great Again, and he was telling me that Trump is a Soviet communist. Okay, so that's the kind of paranoia that's being sown, and hopefully that's going to be on one of the videos that comes out. Actually, we're going to release multiple videos on YouTube from this event, because there's a bunch of different interesting things that happened. So when I see that constantly on display, when that's the most popular placard being waved, yeah, I mean, that warrants concern. I mean, there were some people there who were talking about healthcare and so forth, but overwhelmingly it seems like Russia is the dominant issue in the minds of these people, and these people are the ones who are the most activated core of the Democratic Party at present. So, I do not have an Instagram. Sorry. I'm a little uncomfortable even doing these one-on-one videos. So I don't think you need to see any more photos of me. So that's about it. Daryl Issa, who we tried to cajole into holding a town hall of his own, held a town hall today at 10 a.m., which just by pure coincidence happened to be the same time that Duncan Hunter was holding a town hall elsewhere in the San Diego region. So was that an effort to sort of dissipate the resistance in the Indivisible group? I don't know, perhaps. If you were at the ISA town hall, send me some photos, send me what your reaction to it, and so forth. ISA made fun of people there. He probably did. He's sort of a sarcastic jerk, so that wouldn't surprise me. The little that I did hear of Hunter, so they had like sort of an off-site rally area for people who couldn't get into the town hall itself at a park nearby, and they had a radio stream that had the audio from a radio station of the town hall being emitted. And the bits and pieces that I did hear of Hunter, he sounded a little bit sarcastic and dismissive. I'm going to go ahead and listen to the full thing when I get a chance. One thing that I did hear Hunter mention was he brought up the concept of the deep state, and he said that Trump is being there's an effort underway to bring down Trump from within by the deep state. And now, of course, that's going to be immediately dismissed as just right-wing fear-mongering, and somehow the notion of there being a deep state is going to be portrayed as inherently right-wing or inherently pro-Trump, and that couldn't be further from the case. I mean, people on the left have historically been the ones talking about the deep state and the dangers therein until just the past couple months. So even though Hunter's perception of the deep state might be a little skewed and might be inflected with whatever pro-Trump bias he has, the deep state is still a real phenomenon. I'm curious to actually go look up the full quote about what he actually said, so I'll do that a little later. Either way, I just sort of wanted to promote this series of videos that's going to be coming out soon from this town hall. I had a really interesting conversation with a Trump supporter who was there. I conversed with all kinds of people. No, Duncan Hunter, who is the Republican congressman from San Diego, is what I'm talking about. San Diego area. So that's where I am right now. If you have any feedback, as always, get in touch, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.